Okay, so on to the next track in Campbell's Melodic Kingdom series, man, which is turning out to be a very, very, very cool series. Almost dropped my headphones over there. The next track we've got over here is Linkin Park, Hands Held High. I'm not entirely sure if I've heard this one, but the message over here is album 3, Minutes to Midnight. I do remember the name of that album. LP's third album was a huge shift in sound and caught many fans off guard. There's a clear separation between old Linkin Park and with the first 2 albums and the new Linkin Park, which is everything beyond this point. A lot of casual listeners only like the first 2 albums, where a lot of others agree that still some of their best and most innovative work comes after this point. Okay, so let's. I do remember Minutes to Midnight as an album. So let's see over here. For those of you who want to know more about these custom series, I've got to do the plug. If you want to know more about these custom series products, link is in the pinned comments. You can go to click and take a look at that. Linkin Park, Hands Held High. Let's rock and roll.
Got to say something. Lightweight, step at the side when we come in. Feel it in your chest, the syllables get pumping. People on the street, they panic and start running. Words on loose leaf sheet, complete coming. I jump on my mind, I summon the rhyme, I'm dumping. Healing the blind, I promise to let the sun in. Sick of the dark ways, we march to the drumming. Jump when...
Full disclosure. I've heard this track. I used to play this track on repeat back in the day. I loved this track. I loved the sound of this track. Right, this is kind of a protest song, if I'm not mistaken. I think this was around the Iraq War era, and I think it was kind of like a fuck you to George Bush, if I'm not mistaken, from what I remember. And fuck you to the whole sort of like military complex, this whole thing of war, right? This just invading countries for the sake of invading countries for resources, and these bullshit stories purely just to make fucking money. All of these imperialistic agendas, right? Surprising that now we're the ones standing on the the soapbox now and saying what's actually happening in Ukraine. It's wrong. It's wrong. Correct. What Russia's doing is wrong. You know what I mean? But for America to stand and say, "Wow, you guys, terrible imperialists. What about Iraq? Hey, bro. 2 wrongs don't make a right." I mean, come on, bro. It's like, that's just how it was. But I think this was kind of like a fuck you to George Bush, if I'm not mistaken.
Words on loose leaf sheet, complete coming. I jump on my mind, I summon the rhyme, I'm dumping. Healing the blind, I promise to let the sun in. Sick of the dark ways, we march to the drumming. Jump when they tell us that they want to see jumping. Fuck that, I want to see some fist pumping. Risk something, take back what's yours. Say something that you know they might attack you for.
Say something that you know they might attack you for. Because if they attack you for it, it's because you're saying the right thing. You can take it as a badge of honor. If the system is attacking you for something, you know you're on the right side of fucking history. That is just, you can take that to the fucking bank. If the system is gonna label you and they're gonna attack you for something, it's because you're speaking the fucking truth, because the system does nothing but fucking lie. Do you know what I mean?
Something, take back what's yours. Say something that you know they might attack you for. Cause I'm sick of being treated like I have before. Like a stupid standing for what I'm standing for. Like this war's really just a different brand of war. Like it doesn't cater to rich and abandon poor. Like they understand.
That line over there. Like this like this war's really just a different brand of war. It's exactly what it is. Like it doesn't cater for the rich and abandon the poor. That's exactly what it does. And you think of the war that's happening right now with Ukraine and Russia, do you think that it's not the same exact fucking thing isn't happening? Do you think the fucking industrial military complex is not fucking, it's exactly the same fucking thing? Do you think that the Uni Party, and I say the Uni Party because it's Democrats and Republicans, that they're one fuck, when it comes to war, they're you fucking united. So the Uni Party, right? Do you think that they give one iota of a damn of how many men die in fucking Ukraine? They don't give a fucking damn. No one's seeking a diplomatic out over here. Everybody knows that eventually and I mark my fucking words, everybody knows that eventually there's going to have to be an off-ramp. There's only one way out of this, and it's going to come through diplomacy. It's going to come through diplomacy. That could have been achieved earlier, but now it's going to be achieved later. I am telling you right fucking now, somebody is going to have to be the bad guy and be like, okay, well, cut a deal. That's what's going to fucking happen. That's what's going to happen. But only when the elites and only when the industrial military complex has made enough money from the deaths of Ukrainians. That's the only time that they will then come and be like, okay, well, cut a deal. Yeah, cut a deal. You know what I mean? I am telling you this now. I feel for Ukraine. I feel for what's happening in Ukraine. And it's terrible and it's a travesty what's going on over there. Do you know what I mean? But you would be deluded to think that this is not one big opportunity and money-making opportunity for the military complex in the United States and in Europe abroad, right? You'd be deluded to think that they're doing this out of the goodness of their hearts. Do you know what I mean? Come on.
Cause I'm sick of being treated like I have before, like a stupid standing for what I'm standing for, like this war's really just a different brand of war, like it doesn't cater to rich and abandoned poor, like they understand you in the back of the jet when you can't put gas in your tank. These fuckers are laughing away to the bank and cashing a check, asking you to have compassion and have some respect for a leader.
This fucking song, bro. They want your understanding when they're in the back of the jet. While they also scream climate change at you, by the way. Climate's terrible, but they need to fly in their private jets. When you can't put gas in your tank, so you can't afford fucking anything, these fuckers are laughing all the way to the bank and cashing their check, asking you to have the fucking compassion and for you to have the respect when they have no respect for you or compassion for anybody else. Right? And then they come to you and they tell you that you need to be the virtue signaling moral ones. You need to tell your neighbor what's wrong. These motherfuckers who literally are the most vile, insidious people on the planet. I say, this is how we solve wars. The only way to solve wars is to pass a fucking bill, to write it literally in the fucking constitution, to say that whoever starts a war needs to send their family to war first. That's it. If you decide to start a war somewhere, your family needs to go to the war first. You need to fight from the front. You need to lead from the front, much like Napoleon and Horatio Nelson and all those fuckers. You need to lead from the front. So if George W. Bush wanted to start a war, his immediate family need to go to the front line first, and then the conscripted people can come behind him. That's how you would solve fucking wars. But obviously that's never going to happen. Of course not. Because you disposable fucking people, you guys can go die for interests. And then we'll brand it. We'll throw the mascot at you. Hey, Uncle Sam. You're fighting for liberty, freedom. Why? Is anybody attacking the United States? Has anyone attacked the United States outside of Pearl Harbor in World War II?
Like they understand you in the back of the jet when you can't put gas in your tank. These fuckers are laughing away to the bank and cashing a check, asking you to have compassion and have some respect for a leader so nervous in an obvious way, stuttering and mumbling for nightly news to replay, and the rest of the world watching at the end of the day in their living room laughing like, what did he say?
Is he talking about Biden? No, I'm just joking. Let's go. I'm not actually fucking joking. You can't fucking understand what that fucking guy says. You literally can't even, it's so terrible. I mean, I think, you know what's so crazy? Sorry, these songs get me going. I apologize. If you don't like it, click off, man. Just fucking click off. Do you know what I mean? But it's actually crazy to think that we are now in a political system in the United States where the tagline, the selling point of a party is that I'm not the other party. It is fucking mind-blowing. It's not about policy. It's not about anything. It's like, yeah, I'm shit, but he's shitter. That's the selling point. Is that what the American people deserve? Like the great people of America, that's what they fucking deserve? They deserve these two fucking parties with these two fucking derelict degenerates that literally can hardly fucking speak. Right? Well, Trump at least can speak better than Biden. I'll give him that. You know what I mean? But we've got these guys as old as fucking time with already 1 foot in the fucking grave, sitting there and saying, well, yeah, I know, well, I might be corrupt, but he's more corrupt. And I might not be good, but he's worse. That's the selling point. That's the selling point for you. That's the selling point for you. That's the selling point. That's the political selling point we have right now.
Way stuttering and mumbling for nightly news to replay, and the rest of the world watching at the end of the day in their living room laughing like, what did he say?
Amazing song, this, man.
But I am not laughing, cause when it gets tense I know what might happen. The world is cold, the bold men take action, have to react to get blown into fractions. 10 years old or something.
I've always said bold men take action. Yes, bold, brave men go and fight wars for cowards. That's how it is in today's world, unfortunately, because it's not the people, right? It's not the American soldiers. You got nothing but respect for the American soldiers because these are actual fucking brave people. These are people who go and stand in line to fucking conscript, to go to fucking wars, to die for beliefs, to die for their country, man. That's what they go to die for. But the sad part is that 9 times out of 10, they don't land up dying for freedom or liberty. They land up dying for the interests of the 1%. That's what they'll end up dying for. Brave men land up dying in trenches for fucking cowards. That's the sad part.
Watching, but I am not laughing, cause when it gets tense I know what might happen. The world is cold, the bold men take action, have to react to get blown into fractions. 10 years old or something to see another kid my age drugged under a Jeep, taken and bound and found later under a tree. I wonder if he thought the next one could be me.
That was then, buddy. Fast forward to 2023, fucking multiply that by 100 fucking times. Even worse now.
Taken and bound and found later under a tree. I wonder if he thought the next one could be me. Do you see the soldiers that are out today? They brush the dust from bulletproof vests away. It's ironic, at times like this you pray, but a bomb blew the mosque up yesterday. There's bombs on the buses, bikes, roads, inside your market, your shops, your clothes. My dad has got a lot of fear, I know, but enough pride inside not to let that show. My brother had a book he would hold with pride, a little red cover with a broken spine on the back. He hand wrote a quote inside, when the rich wage war, it's the poor who die.
What did I just say? I literally just fucking said that. The brave die for cowards. When the rich wage war, it's the poor who die.
On the back, he hand wrote a quote inside, when the rich wage war, it's the poor who die. Meanwhile, the leader just talks away, stuttering and mumbling for nightly news to replay. The rest of the world watching at the end of the day, both scared and angry like, what did he say?
I actually was struggling with that. I was like mumbling that. Fire fucking track this track's fire. And I love that these tracks, like when they're speaking of war, you've got those drums at the back there, like it's the drums of war, right? Which is also prevalent today as well. But yeah, again, these songs just get me going, man. Songs like this get me going. I know the song was fucking amazing. I surprisingly didn't remember all of the lyrics. I was actually struggling to, but as you're singing the lyrics, it was starting to like pop back up into my mind again. Jeez, I haven't heard this track for God knows how long. Years and years and years I haven't heard this track. But yeah, man, absolutely epic track, man. Epic track. This is my favorite of the series so far. But then there was also that Fort Minor track. Nah, I think because this leans into the political vibe, I think this would be this one, and Kenji as well, because it leans into the political vibe. I think it kind of piques my interests more. Anyway, other than that, everything has been so far phenomenal. It's been an incredible series so far. I hope you guys are enjoying it, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Please stay safe, please stay healthy. I'll see you soon. Peace.